You know, growing up, cereal was a huge thing for me. It was a huge part of my childhood. Every morning when I'd wake up, there was no question as to what was for breakfast. It was always cereal. I'd run downstairs, grab the nearest cereal box, sit at the counter. My family was around the counter too, and I would just put all these cereal boxes like in front of me like this, and I would just start reading I don't care if it was like the fifth day that I was reading that cereal box. Every morning, it just felt different. Sometimes it got to the point where I got so bored of reading what was behind the box, I started reading like the nutritional value and the ingredients of what was in the cereal. That was just part of the ritual. It was never really questioned, or it is. I guess it's no different than people that read like shampoo bottles on the toilet. I know some of you guys do that. But what I really want to talk about today is back in the day, cereal came with really cool prizes, so much so that when I was in the grocery store with my mother and she would say, pick out which cereal you want, I'd often look at what prize you get in the cereal box. Now, these ones kind of suck because they don't have anything on them. And if you go to a grocery store today, you probably won't find cereal with like really physical prizes in them. It's going to be like either a code or like a cutout thing or something, like just boring garbage. So that's why today we're going to be looking back on the 10 best video game related pack-in prizes in cereal box. Check it out.
Nintendo. It's for breakfast now. Nintendo. It's a cereal. Wow. Nintendo. Super Mario Chunks.
Let's start by rewinding all the way back to 1989 when the NES was making headlines and redefining the gaming industry in North America. Nintendo had partnered with Ralston Cereals to produce the Nintendo Cereal System cereal. Pretty cool name, right? The box came with 2 bags of cereal inside, one for Mario cereal and the other for Zelda cereal. How great is that? Why choose between 2 great things when you can just have both? Aside the novelty of the cereal and the box itself, inside the box were some unique Nintendo stickers, and the back of the box offered 4 Nintendo Power Cards. In total, there were 12 cards to collect featuring iconic characters such as Old Man and Old Woman from the Zelda series. Man, I really miss those two.
Donkey Kong Jr. cereal! It's pretty wild!
What's crazier is that before the NES was even a thing, there had already been a video game cereal released 6 years earlier in 1983, which was the Donkey Kong Jr. cereal. This cereal came with one of 3 Donkey Kong Jr. game books. Not exactly the most exciting of prizes, but still, it was already pretty cool you could have video game cereal this early in the 80s.
Kong Jr. cereal.
Now, I know how much you like Pokemon, so I've made you a special breakfast. Look, it's Pikachu. Pika Pika.
Next, let's look at some Pokemon goodness. First, I want to mention the official Pokemon cereal that released in 2000 through Kellogg's. It was basically Lucky Charms, but with Pokemon shapes instead. However, this doesn't count as a cereal box prize, despite collectors probably wanting a copy of this box. Fast forward to 17 years later, and Pokemon would partner again with a cereal brand, this time General Mills, to include 3 Pokemon cards of the new Pokemon Sun and Moon series, including some exclusives. This promotion would return in early 2019 with another set of 3 cards per cereal box, 2 of which are common, and the third is one of 4 special foil cards. A cool exclusive that would have any Pokemon card collector looking to pick up some cereal.
Skylanders, the amazing new video game where toys come to life.
Let's go, Skylanders!
And speaking of General Mills and cards, they ran a similar promotion in 2016 with Skylanders to promote their mobile card game, Skylanders Battlecast. The booster packs would come with 3 cards, one of which was an exclusive, and there was a total of 10 cards to collect. You could also scan these cards into the game, giving them that much more functionality. However, what's even better than this offer is the Skylanders Skystone promotion they also ran with General Mills the previous year in 2015. The back of the cereal box would serve as a game mat for the card game, and each box would include one of 4 Skystone decks. The deck would have 10 cards, including one of 4 unique foil cards. Players could flip the cards to be the blue or red team, so if you had 2 decks, you could play a full game of Skystone Smash. This is pretty cool, as Skystone was a unique minigame in Skylanders Trap Team. It wasn't the most in-depth card game, but still a really cool freebie for Skylander fans.
Hoodsicle.
Let's have breakfast at the Dinosaur Diner!
Nothing is finer than breakfast at the Dinosaur Diner.
Alright, I promise this is the last prize on this list that's a card. In 1988, before Nintendo would release the Nintendo Cereal system, they would partner up with Ralston to include Nintendo Magic Motion cards. There were 3 holographic cards in total featuring Mario, Link, and the Punch-Out series. These were included in the Dinosaurs cereal brand and even had a special giveaway that gave you a chance to win a complete NES system, which included an NES, 2 controllers, the Zapper Gun, the NES Advantage controller, and 6 games, which were Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2, Duck Hunt, Zelda 2, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and even Metroid. Damn! Imagine being a kid and looking at this cereal box in the morning. I'd be dreaming every day of being that kid on the front of the box.
Obey me, Wario. I am your master. Mario is your enemy.
Here's something with a bit more plastic to it, the Nintendo Mario Maze. In 1992, Nintendo teamed up with Kellogg's to promote the new Super Mario Land 2 for the Game Boy. There was nothing on the maze itself that made it specifically Mario, so it probably holds less value than the box itself to collectors today. Actually, looking at this now, I'd probably have preferred the Nintendo Game Boy cards that were released in Kelloggs Cereal the year after in 1993.
Look inside special packs of Kellogg's Frosties, and you'll find yourself in the world of Nintendo!
Okay, I know I said I was done with cards, but look at these gems. You had Tony and Nintendo Land, foreshadowing the Wii U's smash hit title, or Tony and Mario, the Italian duo. There were 36 of these in total to collect. This is going to be the last Nintendo item on this list, the Super Mario Cereal, which was released in 2017 and served as an amiibo too. The novelty of using a whole cereal box as an amiibo was a pretty cool idea. Unfortunately, it only gave you coins or hearts in Super Mario Odyssey, items that are already easy enough to find in the game, so it's kind of meh, but still cool overall. But now let's look at some truly cool video game prizes in cereal with these top 3 cereal prizes. In late 2007, early 2008, Guitar Hero was turning into a pop culture phenomenon. The game was being released on all systems and everyone and their mothers was picking up these plastic guitars to play the game. It got so big that even Kellogg's got in on the fun, offering these mini Guitar Hero LCD toys inside their cereal.
Are you ready to rock? Woo-hoo! With guitar.
There were 4 in total, including 2 mini guitars, a power meter watch, and an amp. The amp would just play up to 3 different tracks, letting you mix and match as you saw fit. The red guitar added a 4th button for a 4th sound, and the black guitar and watch came with an LCD screen and played kind of like an old Game & Watch toy. Unfortunately, that LCD upgrade came at the cost of not having any sound, so that was pretty lame. Just before the Guitar Hero toys came out, Kellogg's actually partnered up with Xbox in 2007 to make their very own set of LCD games, and these did come with sound. There were 6 toys in total, ranging from racing games to football to snowboarding. These were pretty awesome when you consider these Game & Watch style games were fully priced items a few decades earlier, and here they are for free along with your cereal.
Checks are fun, checks are hot. Looking for a taste of what the cereal's got? Checks marks the spot. The one-of-a-kind part of this complete breakfast. Now you can get a free CD-ROM game inside boxes of Chex cereals.
And the last one on our list, the 1996 Doom clone, the Chex Quest video game. This was a full-on CD-based video game. To put it in modern context, imagine opening up a box of Fruit Loops today and finding a Nintendo Switch cartridge and a game like The Legend of Sam the Toucan and the Followers of the Nose. This project came from Chex looking for ways to reinvigorate their brand. So with a $500,000 budget, they started development on Chex Quest, which ran on the same engine as the original Doom. It was a pretty meaty game too, running about 30 minutes for a full playthrough. The game has you playing as a Chex warrior who must fight off an alien species known as Flemoids that has invaded your world. In total, over 5 million copies were made, and in the end, Chex saw its sales increase by 295%, so the marketing campaign was considered a hit. The game would go on to create a cult following, and a sequel was released in 1997 online, followed by a 3rd installment in 2008 by fans. As it's been over 10 years since the last installment, maybe it's time for a Chex Quest 4 to make an appearance on modern consoles. What do you think? And those are my top 10 video game related prizes found in cereals. Special shout out to Dave from Dead Set on Gaming who inspired this video and helped me find some of the items on this list. Be sure to check him out on Instagram. He posts some pretty cool video game pics there. Were there any other items you know of that I may have missed? Or perhaps you have some of these in your collection? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep it classy.